You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is T&D. Welcome to the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. In fact, hit a 5-knuckle shuffle on that subscribe button because, ladies and gentlemen, we officially can no longer see the greatest of all time. He is, as he says now, a suit and tie performer. John Cena retired, had his final match Saturday night, the main event of Saturday night's main event. I felt a lot of emotions watching that match. A lot of emotions. And I'm glad that I've had time. We're recording this on Sunday, December 14th, day after. And I'm glad I've had time to think about it. In the moment, I was upset. I was like, that's how it ends, with a whimpering tap out. It was the right thing to do. 100%. I completely agree with it.
Yeah.
And yes, perfect world. We all want our hero to win. We want him to conquer. That's not how wrestling works all the time. The good guy doesn't always win, especially in their last match. If John Cena wins, yes, it's the fans go home happy, but it doesn't benefit anyone long term.
The fans would have still been pissed.
If John Cena won?
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing. To anybody that said, oh, they should have had LA Knight or Jey Uso or Carmelo Hayes retire Cena, it would have destroyed them. Yep. Gunther is built to take the kind of heat that he got from this. Yep. And Tom, I think I sent it to you on TikTok. There's a video of Gunther leaving the arena in a long sleeve shirt and shorts. You know why? Because Gunther doesn't give a damn about your feelings or the weather. He's built for this. His character is built to take this heat. I don't remember, maybe since the Roman Reigns, when it wasn't even intended, Roman Reigns beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 34, or when Brock Lesnar ended the streak, that there's been like collectively, as a organization, we hate this guy. Yeah. It's not go away heat like, oh my God, this character's just annoying. They're not good. They can't wrestle. Fuck that. It's not Brock Lesnar booing right now that I provide that like, yo, no, he's sketchy as shit. Get out of here. It's not, oh, it's Dom Mysterio. It's fun to boo Dom, but it's entertaining. No, we all want Gunther's head on a platter.
Yeah.
It just makes all the sense in the world.
They did it right then. I even said, when we sat here and we talked about who John Cena's last opponent was going to be, I said that John Cena is going to lose this match because you lose on your back. You go out on your back. That's what you do. You gotta build up the next guy. And exactly what you're saying is they did it Gunther. They built Gunther into a mega heel with this. So so Cena.
And who else could have taken that heat?
Nobody.
Like not even as like a character.
Because if you put LA Knight or you put Carmelo Hayes, I'm not even going to put Jey Uso in there because Jey Uso's had his main event run. If you put Carmelo Hayes or LA Knight in that situation and they don't beat John Cena, what good has it done but set them back? And you'll have people, oh, why don't they book LA Knight better? Why don't they book Carmelo Hayes better? If they beat John Cena, nobody's going to get behind them. It doesn't benefit them for beating John Cena. Gunther, it benefits. It could have been Solo and benefit, but I'm not even going to get into the fact that Rikishi said, oh, my Solo could have retired Cena. It would have been better. Shut the fuck up. He's the LeVar Ball.
I don't think so. I think they made a full right move. And
100%.
It wasn't a great match. It was a good match.
It was an okay match.
It was expected. I think the submission thing just lasted way
too long.
Cover your ears, Dave, but it's a John Cena match.
It's a John Cena match.
It's not going to be like a 5-star classic.
He did his 5 moves over and over again.
He did about 15 moves. But I'll say this. I saw a lot of like people's rankings of like John Cena. So John Cena had 36 appearances. He had 18 promos appearances. He had 18 matches. And I saw like people rank his matches and whatnot. And unanimously, Number one is the one I was at. It was Cody versus Cena 2 at SummerSlam. So
did the Rock Cena 28 make the list?
No, of just the retirement tour.
Oh, the retirement tour.
Just the retirement tour.
Total.
But I'll say this. When John Cena hits the AA, pins Gunther, kicks out of 2, Cena sits up in disbelief, and Gunther just pops up like a fucking horror movie villain that's been like shot 15 times and is coming back again.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this is it. And I also thought about a lot of people like, why is he smiling as he taps out? And I thought back to a moment that I had. I tell everyone I'm a Hall of Fame public address announcer. If I can be serious here, when I attempted to retire in 2019 and I called my final game and I was coming to peace that this was it. I'm looking at the scoreboard of this basketball game and I'm seeing time not tick away from a game, but from my career. And as it's getting closer, the school I work for is about to win. And I'm just like, it's okay. This game's going to end. This job's going to end. It's okay. Let the buzzer hit. Not like, come on, add 5 more. Let's go to overtime, extend it. Like, he was just like, it's time.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. And I get it. I totally get it.
But then you came out of retirement and came back. So what you're saying is that in pro wrestling or in sportscasting, that they never say never, and that
of course never say never.
I still feel like maybe like Cena can't just next year be like, I'm coming back. They took too much money from people for all this shit.
Yeah,
and stuff. Yeah. But 10 years from now, you don't think Cena's going to come back for WrestleMania for one match against somebody or something? 100%.
Well, here's what he's and I've listened to several of his interviews on Chris Van Vliet and Pat McAfee. He's addressed that like, I'm retiring from being an in-ring performer. He has not said that he's never going to make another appearance or then. He's signed on for a 5-year contract as an ambassador. So I'm sure there will be a point. I wouldn't be surprised if he, headlines the Hall of Fame class in 26. Maybe it goes to 20. Well, here's the thing. With it being Stephanie, he might kind of take a back seat to it. But because again, if you listen to the interview with Chris Van Vliet, he talks about how this tour's been planned since 2022 because with all the movies, there's so much pre-production stuff that he's got to go through. They had to plan this so far in advance.
Yeah.
So, it could be a similar thing with the Hall of Fame. Like stuff's planned out already for April 26th. So he wants to make sure he's there to give that proper speech.
Mark my word, at some point, before the end of time, John Cena is going to wrestle another match.
I don't think he will. Will he deliver a move?
I would bet that he won't.
I would bet the house he doesn't. He seems, as I said in my emotional Facebook post, honestly, it took me days to write that. I was like tearing up writing that about the interaction I had with him and how he's present in the moment and how he seems. I've come across a lot of celebrities, a lot of wrestlers, and he is just one of the most genuine, caring, in the moment, present of mind people I've come across. And I take him at his word, which is all I have to take him at, that he says he's done. He's 48 years old. He's like, I want to continue, man, but my body won't let me. And he also mentioned another thing that's interesting that we don't think about from his perspective. Like I'm not going to act like I know about movies and whatnot. I know there's like a Screen Actors Guild or what, like there's some sort of union there, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so do they have health insurance through that?
Through the SAG? No.
Okay, so yeah, because he was talking about like, yeah, you want to be a stuntman? Okay, tell that to an insurance company. Your rates go up. You want to be a wrestler? Guess what? Your rates go up. You want to do both? They go way up. And I'm like, he's like, yes, I've built financial wealth and I've been able to build stability for myself. But at the same time, I'm not just getting dollar bills from the ATM and setting them on fire for fun. So, I get it. Life's not cheap, man. So
yeah,
it was. Yeah.
I would like to tell you my John Cena last match experience.
Okay.
I watched with my friend Nick, who is not a wrestling fan at all.
Wow, Nick, all this time?
I know. He watched the Netflix documentaries and had a lot of thoughts and questions, and I answered a lot of them. Okay. And we watched it together, and he was like, because I mean, the matches before were incredible. Like I think all of those matches were great. I think Bailey and Sol Ruka was way better than I anticipated. I forget, like, I don't know Sol Ruka much at all.
She's good.
She's good.
Yeah, she is.
She's the future of WWE, I think. And then that tag team match. I have no idea who those two guys were. No idea. Like, I can't even tell you their names. They were so good. It was so exciting. That match was hard to follow up.
Yep.
And me and my buddy Nick are watching. And, it's a John Cena match. So he's going to do his really shitty shoulder tackle. That doesn't physically look like it makes sense because he just kind of like hops and then floats. It's very weird. And then there was a lot of nothing that happened with submission attempts. And my buddy Nick if you're not a wrestling fan, I don't think that match would do it for you. If you're not a John Cena fan, I don't think that match would do it for you. But he enjoyed it. He thought it was a good, like I told stories throughout, and he thought it made sense. By the end of it made sense. It was over, and I was like, oh. And then they, the backstage came out, and I was a little disappointed in the amount of people that came out. There was a lot of empty space around that ring.
Well, I think the reason for that is they didn't have like all the roster there,
which is wild to me.
Yeah.
If I'm on the roster, if I'm on the roster,
you think they do something on like Raw?
I wonder if they do something on Monday for him, but
I don't think they will. I think he's gone. He's not making an appearance or anything like that.
Yeah. I enjoyed what they did. You take your boots off and leave them in the ring. Like that's a really cool moment.
Yeah.
That man needs to stop wearing Skechers.
Those
shoes look like knockoff Walmart brand Skechers. For that, man,
I have those shoes. I think
a fucking pair of Nikes or something. Like,
my favorite part too, when he was taking off all the bands and stuff, like you just hear some random woman scream, "Take off the shorts!"
Yeah, I heard that too.
I think they did a very good job with giving John Cena the end he wanted and the story leading up to it. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard rumor that he wanted like every date he could possibly get. And WWE is like, no, we're not going to do that.
So we only need you for 32.
But I think it gave him the end he wanted, and knowing that he called the shots. I mean, John Cena is notorious for talking way too much during a match. He did not stop talking this match. The amount of like John Cena to Gunther, you couldn't hear it because the crowd was so loud, but like the amount of you see him just talking and yelling. And I'm like, I wonder how much they just said, fuck it, let's just have fun and we'll call it in the ring. And I think it was the most John Cena ending to his career. He picked that match. So no one can be mad at Triple H and WWE because John Cena was in the pilot seat. Yep. John Cena was flying that plane. And it wouldn't have happened if he didn't want to. And I don't know. I love the heat Triple H got afterwards. I thought that was so fun. But it wasn't his call. I don't think this was anyone's call but John Cena's.
Yeah, my only
Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. One actual complaint about the match.
Okay.
Gunther is known for hitting people really hard in the chest.
Just about to say this.
I don't think there was one chop.
There was a chop to the back at one point, and like one soft, like there wasn't one of those like how the Big Show used to go, shh, bang.
I wanted Gunther to chop the fucking soul out of John Cena.
You think it's like Cena's like, I gotta film movies. You can't be bruising me.
That's what I said. I was like, what are the odds he's on his plane? He's on a fucking plane to Dubai tomorrow, and is like, I'm filming a movie. Yeah, so please be kind to my chest. But
Peacemaker can't have a giant bruise.
Yeah, no, that was one of my critiques there. That it wasn't like a physical Gunther match. It was just him trying, keep putting a sleeper on. My other two critiques of the match were the ending where they like the sleeper. It was kind of too long in that. What I would have liked at one point is Gunther went for pins multiple times, even though he said like, yeah, I'm going to make John Cena tap out. That's how I knew those pins were going to work. I was expecting him to go for a pin at one point and be like, no. Like he lifts John Cena's shoulder. Like, nope, this isn't how I'm going to win. I'm going to make him fucking tap.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, it was a typical John Cena good guy versus bad guy match. And to the people who are like, oh, John Cena should have won. I've seen the comparison where it's like Tom, I'm sorry. Your favorite sports team makes it to the championship game, makes it to the Super Bowl, and they don't win it. That doesn't, guess what? I have that common enemy.
I have breaking John Cena news right now.
He's
1 hour ago on Facebook, the Pro Wrestling World Facebook page, I don't know what it is, it just came up, shared huge revelation during John Cena's farewell match. And no one is talking about it.
Awesome.
While the wrestling world was focused on emotions, tributes, and legacy, WWE casually dropped one of the wildest behind-the-scenes facts in John Cena's video package. Cameraman Stu is not actually Stu. His real name, Tom Stewart. Let that sink in. He's not Stu or even Stu spelled differently. He's Tom. So for years, every time you heard Cena yelling Stu, he was yelling at a guy named Tom. Might be the biggest
go to work, Tom.
Of all time. Stu was a lie. We've been living a lie. We've been worked by a cameraman, folks. Legend.
Yeah, they tried to show him. But they messed up the whole thing. Like when it ran around in the circle, that whole kind of.
Well, you know what else is wild? That Stu's Tom's son is the cable runner for Stu's camera.
No, he's not.
Yes, if you watch Survivor Series, like, we got a father-son team at the ballpark tonight. Man. I'm like, what?
Amazing.
But you know what else is really wild in that whole video package thing? They showed Vince McMahon. Yeah. Fucking wild.
Fuck Vince. That was the right thing to do.
No, absolutely. I'm almost surprised.
That was the right thing
I'm almost surprised. Like, I can't say I'm surprised that he earned his way into the package. I'm surprised, like, they didn't, like, cut to him in a box. Just casually. Like, just watching. Like, can you imagine, like, Shane McMahon there with his family, and Vince is, like, in the second row of the suite. They don't, they don't bring attention to the fact that Vince is there. Like, Shane McMahon's there. He's fought John before.
I'm in.
I think it was really the right move to have Vince in the package.
Yes,
100%. John smiled during that one.
Yep. And I'll say this. I think, to an extent, Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon, I think Hogan had a little bit before Vince got him, right? And then Vince helped elevate him to that, mythical status. I think Vince McMahon looks at the John Cena guy and is like, I did all of that. I pushed it. I found this
100%.
This nothingness,
100%.
So it was also cool to see like all the random sports teams like congratulating John when he's worn their jerseys before. And I'm like, no Yankees, no Nets, no Buccaneers, even though he wore a Yankee jersey. Also, what a random poll. I'm watching when he's like hugging the celebrities when he's there. It's like Trish Stratus, Eve Torres, Kurt Angle, Mark Henry, Elias, Haku. What?
And then he goes back to Sami Zayn.
Like, what is Haku doing there?
Elias made no sense.
No. At least no. I can vouch that Elias makes sense because at WrestleMania 35, when Elias like having his concert, that's when John Cena made a surprise entrance. I have the Funko Pop sitting up there, but Haku, what is Haku doing there? It's
Haku.
the man called Ming.
Haku probably just walked up there and nobody had the balls to tell him.
Sir, I need Sir, you need a ticket?
Whatever you want.
Fuck, I do. Do you know what my
I
sons
might
are?
be 97 years old, but I'll fucking kill you.
Dude, do you know what my sons are? My son's Tongaleo, whatever the fuck. That was fucking wild. But Mark Henry was like marking out. He's like, yeah.
No, Mark Henry was having. Is he gone from AEW?
I guess so. I think I sent you a TikTok as well. I think it's at a movie theater that it came across. I didn't realize that at first because it's John Cena running into Big Justice, the Costco kid. And he goes, "Oh my God, it's John Cena!" And he's like, jaw drops. And I'm like, "Oh, not used to the real talent, huh? Over at the other company, huh?" But like John Cena sees him, makes a beeline for him, goes up, he's like, "How's it going, man?" And I first thought he goes, "You're with AEW. I don't think I'll let you in here." But he goes, "Are you here to see the movie? I don't think they'll let you in here." I thought he said, "Do you work with AEW?" I'm like, "Oh shit, look at John teasing the new guy." But
I seen something with didn't Samoa Joe do something during his match, put like Cena's submission on?
He did like a salute, I think.
They were like I guess came up like in wrestling school together or something. Samoa Joe,
I think they were kind of close in that area, so but no, I enjoy the match for what it was, what John, you could tell it's what John wanted. It has his fingerprints all over it. So
I'm sure there's other wrestlers now looking at this as a blueprint. Like,
well, my thing is,
you don't think the Rock's not going to come back and be like, I got the Rock retirement tour. This.
I think that's why Cody stayed at the end of the ring so long. I think Cody's seeing his near future.
I think Cody's seeing his near future, but Cody's also a student of the game. He recognizes like one of the pillars, one of the Mount Rushmore spots is now available. And not like, oh, it's available, but like they're gone.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors. If you listen to Chris Van Vliet's interview with John Cena again, he mentions like, yeah, Brock's going to finish up in Minnesota or whatnot, which is SummerSlam next year. So my thought is it's probably Gunther Brock at SummerSlam next year.
And Gunther puts him down.
Which I'm okay with. Again,
Bill Gunther.
You could lose to a worse opponent in your last match. My only thing is Brock tends to not have great matches with big guys, so but I've heard AJ's last year's next year, Brock's last year's next year, and potentially Chris Jericho's last year is next year. We'll see where that goes.
I won't be surprised if Orton's on his way out too.
I think he's just wrestled such a safe style. He could go another 5-6 years.
He could.
If he wants to,
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
But I don't see Orton wanting a big to-do like this.
Yeah, I think Orton just says like kind of the Batista way. Like we found out afterward, Batista handpicked to wrestle Triple H at WrestleMania, and didn't want the pomp and circumstance on the way out. But to me, again, going back to LA Knight or Jey Uso or Carmelo Hayes is in this, it doesn't mean as much because think of it like this: if you are in fact going to have Gunther just go on this monster tear, right? What if? This is just me fantasy booking far in advance. The King of the Ring winner wins, gets a title shot at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar, and I hate him, wins the King of the Ring. Mm-hmm. Gunther wins a world title at some point, either Money in the Bank or WrestleMania. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Gunther doesn't win the Elimination Chamber or the Rumble right now. But then... So then you have Gunther, Lesnar title versus career sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But fast forward to that, because I think you've got to keep Gunther super strong up to that Brock match, because when somebody eventually beats Gunther, it's gonna mean so much.
So much.
I'm trying to think of what this would equate to.
Luger slamming Yoko.
Maybe. It's like when Sting won the world title from Hogan, what it was supposed to be at Starrcade 97. But yeah, so let us know your thoughts and comments.
Kind of cool lately.
It has been, but I'll say this. If people are pissed about this match, AEW needs to capitalize and fire on all fucking cylinders because people want an alternative right now. This is your chance.
Mm-hmm.
Make a move. Be good.
Yep. John Cena tapped out. That's crazy. Has he ever tapped out? You know he didn't tap out in their last match? Shane McMahon.
He blew out his quads in his last
match. He blew out his quads and Snoop Dogg
fight. He tapped it. He gave up.
Come on now.
Didn't even finish the match.
Cena didn't even have Snoop Dogg in his match. The worst people's elbow ever in the history of people's elbow.
Well, you know what? One career may end, but something seems to not be ending, and that's micro brawlers. We got 4 new micro brawlers. We're getting a king size Danhausen that's actually regular size.
And the big
Tom, you're the Simpsons fan. Can you explain this? I've seen like a clip of Homer in this dress.
It's like the
right? It is a Simpsons reference, right?
I just put a Tootsie Roll in my mouth. They're a little stale, so they're a little hard.
Oh boy!
It's like the Moo with the shower cap or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's season 8 of this.
So he gets he's got the stick with the sponge.
Will you shut up?
The Wrestling NRD Broadcast brought to you by Tootsie Rolls.
It's either season 8 or season 10 of The Simpsons. Homer wants to work from home. Okay. And so he gets on disability by gaining a shit ton of weight.
Oh, God.
And there's a scene with him and Bart and Krusty Burger, and they rub the grease on like the paper or whatever to see like if it turns clear, it's good because it's all grease. Homer gains all this weight, becomes a big fatty. Needs to buy clothes, goes to buy clothes, sees a moo-moo, and that's what he buys. And Homer's just like bebopping around. So the episode's called King Size Homer. And then what you were saying was Bart has these like fantasies of this becoming him someday, and it just goes to him like, I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Oh, jeez.
It is probably top 5, in my opinion, top 5 best Simpson episodes ever. Is King Size Homer.
Interesting.
That episode fucking kills me.
So what's interesting is that news came after we got news that friend of the broadcast, episode 100, Matt Cardona, released 3 brawlers. He released 2 of his Ghostbusters gear in the common green and chase pink. And then he's releasing a Stay Puft Broski Man 2-up as well. And holy shit. I don't know what kind of hoops he had to jump through for that to get that clear, but never say never.
I'll tell you, all 4 of these are good brawlers.
They are. I will get the Cardonas. I don't need the Danhausen one. It'd be funny if his face paint was yellow.
I might get the Danhausen one.
Or you know what? Imagine if it was yellow with the Danhausen paint face. That would have been clutch. Oh, just another thing to touch on the John Cena retirement tour and listening to his interview with Chris Van Vliet, how he talked about they had to get all these shirts like cleared like a year in advance for like IPs and all that because they use like sports teams logos and stuff. It was very interesting to listen to. Another thought we didn't put in there. So, but yeah, new brawlers they are happening. So let us know if you're getting any of those.
Oh, funny! I just wish you wasn't so muscly.
You know what it looks like? It looks like anchor arms from SpongeBob.
Yeah. I don't care. This is the best brawler.
You want it? You want to buy it, Tom? You gonna get back in the game?
No.
Well, you know what I'm back in the game for, Tom?
Live unboxing.
Hasbro's. They're still wrapped.
Yeah,
I opened it because I wasn't sure what I bought.
What you got?
You don't know what I got? I got some good stuff, Tom. So this is a. Oh, I'm sorry. I did unwrap two of them because I did have to explain to my wife what I bought. So I got retros from.
Hold on. So by you unwrapping two of them, she totally gets what you bought.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh no. Well, I mean, technically they're sort of for her, just keeping the case. But so I got the KO and Sami Zayn retros.
Those are great.
They look great. They're fantastic. But let's get to the piece de resistance here. Let me carefully pull these out. So we've got a couple.
You're good at this, Dave.
What do you mean I'm good at this? I'm trying to make sure I don't break these 30-plus-year-old action figures that were very expensive. Okay, I'm sorry. We do have 3 figures to go through here. So we've got speaking of retirement, wrestling retirement, the Nature Boy.
That's good.
High as a kite here. Good grief.
The 80s, man. The 90s. I guess this is the 90s and Hasbro.
And then we got the American Dream, baby, Dusty Rhodes.
I had all these. These are fresh, too.
Well, the action's a little loosey here, but,
That's all right for.
But they're display pieces. And then this one is probably the one I'm most excited for. We had talked about this with Mable Toys.
That's Yokozuna, isn't it?
Dude, this thing is heavy. You could kill somebody with this thing if you wanted. This thing's nice. Fantastic. And then there is one other piece here that I need to be very careful with because I don't want to damage it. If you've seen the very first unboxing video I did on this channel, it was for Pro Wrestling Crate, in which the autograph was one Jacob the Snake Up Roberts. And I cut to a video of me Christmas 1992, I believe. And yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Autograph.
Yeah.
That's crazy for how old that is. Like,
the bubble has some issues, but this was, and I will not disclose on the broadcast, but this was well taken care of by Mr. Andrew Martin of Mable Toys. So folks, please, if you need Hasbros throughout the year, he does the Hasbro Affordable Care Act. He will take care of you, I promise.
You know what I would do with that? I would try to get that signed by Jake.
It is signed by him.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's signed by him.
Oh, I didn't see.
Hold on. Very.
How did you miss that? It's the biggest fucking signature in the world.
Oh, I was
the fake one's right down here.
Oh, no, then in that case, you're good.
Yeah.
So put it in a box or something.
Yeah, no, I gotta get a defender for that. Yeah. So, but no, that's so cool. Go check out Mable Toys on Instagram, and yeah, he's a great guest. We can't wait to have him on next year. So, we got anything else to talk about?
I'm really loving Tootsie Rolls again.
Oh, fantastic! How can you not love them?
Tootsie Rolls are so good.
They really are. I like the purple Tootsie Rolls, if I'm being honest. Oh, grape action.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the founding father, Mr. Nick Carpenter, he says hi, Mr. Tom Sasso. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment. Let's get some interaction. Be really nice. Herald Awards coming up very soon.
When is that?
We'll figure that out. Hanukkah's going on right now, so happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Yes, happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Christmas is next week. Yeah. That's all we got. Buy our merchandise, join our Patreon, all that good stuff. You know what to do by now if you haven't already done so. So until next time, on behalf of all of us, from all of you, don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
Usually I have something crazy to say, but I just got to show you this. Look how cute my cat is.